Okay, so I've been really wanting to increase my knowledge of just business and finance because I feel like a lot of my background is in the world of design, right? So I have my undergrad degree in graphic design and I'm working on my master's in user experience design. But to help me kind of tie it all together and best prepare myself to get back into the workforce, I've really just been wanting to learn more about like how the economy works. Like I have like a general understanding, but there's always room for improvement. So I picked up a couple of books from Amazon. So these are the books I got. The Personal MBA. It says you don't have to go to business school to learn the fundamentals of sound business practice. So I got that one. I also got the Visual MBA by Jason Barron. This one's more like a picture book for adults. It really just, illustrates different principles in business and kind of puts them in like small chunks to make them like easier for you to understand or to just, go through all of them. The other ones that I got, it's like a series of this publisher, Investing 101. These are like little small books. They should be fairly quick and easy to read, but informative, especially if you're like new to this. So I think that the idea behind all these books is like if you're brand new to educating yourself on whatever the book is about, then these are like it's a good like resource to kind of have on hand to pull out whenever you need a quick refresher. So I got investing, I got economics, and the stock market. So this is something that since I've hit my 30s, I've been, really trying to put pressure on myself to learn. And if I'm being honest, it hasn't like I've signed up for some courses online. One of them is Trapper University. If you guys don't follow the Wall Street Trapper, look him up on Instagram or I'll tag him somewhere. It's really good to get a perspective from someone who comes from, the African American community. He breaks things down to help people like him understand. Sorry, my fish tank is like making a weird noise. But anyway, so he breaks things down so that they're kind of easy to understand, but at the same time, he's giving you like a blanket lecture, I guess, on this information. So it's still kind of up to you to take that and go and do your own research, make your own conclusions. So I've really been putting my pressure on myself to invest. And I'm terrified to do it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very afraid. I do have some investments in like more secure money market type of funds, but I've been saving some money because I want to just invest it and take advantage of compound interest. So I have a long way to go, mixing this into, trying to eat healthier, trying to finish this master's degree. I feel like my brain is just really on overload right now, but like at some point in your life, you got to tell yourself that it's time to level up, like it's time to stop making excuses and to really get on your shit. So that's what I'm doing. I'm really going to dedicate the rest of 2020 to just self-education, going out, finding like cheap resources or free resources that I can take advantage of to really increase my knowledge of building wealth and understanding business in this world we live in, because it is a goal of mine at some point to go out on my own to pursue entrepreneurship. And so I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything right now to give myself the best shot. I don't really see that happening until maybe like my early 40s is what I'm imagining. I'm 32 now because at some point in my 30s, I would like to start a family. And so starting a family is a lot of work, it's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of money. And so I'm also trying to prepare myself for that. But, there's so many things. I feel like I'm just at a time in my life where I'm looking around like, wow, I've accomplished a lot, right, to get to this point, but I have so much more to do, so many more things to learn, so much to kind of experience. And so it's hard because this pandemic kind of keeps us all locked into the house, and like it's also hard to network, I feel like, because events, especially in LA, like there's no large gatherings allowed to happen. And so most of this is now happening online, so I'm trying to really push myself outside of my comfort zone and network with people through LinkedIn, through other social media, and just see what responses I get. For a while, I've had this idea to create a product, a digital product, but I just haven't pursued it until this particular class. The class that I'm taking now, it's the first one where we've kind of had the option to choose whatever we want to work on. We could have chosen like a pre-existing app or website to improve, or we could choose our own idea to really pursue. And so I started with my own idea, and the UX process, it's a lot of research, a lot of research, a lot of interviewing people, really getting a feel for how people think, validating the problem that I feel like exists in the world through these interviews. And so I've been focusing a lot of my time on that. And of course, like this, I'm doing this as a school project, so my timeline is really short. And so I have to make sure that I can create something valuable and something that I can actually get a good grade on. But with the understanding that this is going to extend outside of my class. And so trying to manage that, manage my expectations, manage my timeline, manage my resources, and also manage my emotions, because the thing that I'm working on, it's really something that I want to help improve the self-identities of people of color. And so in some of these interviews, it can get really emotional when we're talking about the things that affect people of color and, their personal lives and their professional lives and their relationships, everything. So I'm also trying to just keep my mind in a good place, because while it's helpful information that I'm getting, it's can also sometimes be difficult to take in and to hear. So, but it's challenging nonetheless. It helps keep me focused. It's very engaging for me. So, yeah, at some point I might, feel comfortable talking about the actual like idea, but I think I'm still working through exactly what this product is going to do, how it's going to solve the problem. Right now, I'm just in the discovery phase of everything. So just trying to learn as much as I can. At some point, I'll get to like the design phase where I start coming up with solutions, testing them, figuring out what's working, what's not. But yeah, it's my life is pretty full right now. And I think I'm in a hustle mode, a work mode, and not so much of a celebratory mode, not so much of a sit back, chill, you've earned the right to just sort of relax. Like I'm building my future. And so it's really taking a lot out of me. It's taking a lot of my energy, but if I'm being honest with myself, regardless of any stressors that I have, I think that I'm in a really good place. I'm loving, my life. I'm loving what I'm putting my time and energy towards. It's just trying to block out all the noise to make sure that I can really just focus. And having a plan. I feel like I need to actually sit down and write out a plan and a schedule for myself, because I have so much going on. I'm like, my mind just like flip-flops all over the place, and that's not necessarily healthy. It's not productive. So trying to get through all of that. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys the books, and I'm not going back to these books. Like one thing that kind of sucks about me is that I don't read a book all the way through. Like I'll get to a certain point and then I'm like, this feels a little repetitive, or I'm not really engaged in it, and then I'll just stop. But so I'm also trying to task myself to like follow through on things, like even YouTube, right? Like I struggle with following through. So that's another one of my goals for the next couple of months as we finish off 2020, is just to like follow through on the things that I say I'm going to do, be a woman of my word, you know, stick to my commitments and grow in the process. And really, I think the other part of that is understanding where I need to improve, you know, because a lot of times, I think for anybody, but especially for me, it can be hard to see where you're not doing so well. You know, it's hard to self-assess and say, okay, girl, you know, you could improve in this area. Your communication is off here. You know, your mindset tends to like focus too negatively over here. Like you need to kind of work on these things. So I'm trying to, while managing all of this, step back and have an objective view of my life so that I can make logical decisions. It's not easy, but it forces me to learn about myself, right? I'm learning so many new things about my personality that just haven't gotten much attention from me, and it needs to. And so this is growth. You know, I feel like I'm growing, and I feel like I'm manifesting a lot of amazing things, and I'm just excited about it. I'm scared about it. I'm very fearful. I have a lot of fear. I have a lot of worry. I have a lot of anxiety, but I can't stop. You know, there's something that is just pushing me forward. It's propelling me to do more with my time. I don't want to get all, you know, deep here, but when you really think about it, it's like we're not here for a very long time. You know, we don't, tomorrow's not promised. Anything can happen. Any illness can happen. You know, something can happen in your life to the people that you love that can shake up your world and really put things on hold and really drag you down, and then you have to deal with that, right? Like if there's a grief process that you have to face. So I feel like I just want to prepare myself as much as I possibly can for my future and for whatever may come, because right now, you know, it's not all good, but it ain't all bad. And as long as I feel like I have something to focus on, there's really no place to go but up. So, oh, I also bought a bike. So don't mind the stuff in the background, but this is the bike that I bought. I really love it because it's like a low entry bike. So there's like no bar here, you know, that I gotta lift my big old leg up over to get onto the bike. But I've been riding this thing now. I've taken it out maybe like 5 times. I've had it for about a week. So I love it. It really just allows me to kind of like zone out. Like I'm realizing that bike riding is kind of like meditating for me. I really do enjoy it. I feel like I should have been doing this a long time ago. So who knows, maybe one day I will be riding in the Olympics, but, or not. But for now, you know, it's just an extra thing I can do because gyms are not open here in LA. And so I'm also like, I like to go to different parks and just kind of walk around and do like at least 2 to 4 miles. I've been trying to up that lately. But walking, it's nice, but sometimes, you know, I want to go a little longer distance. I like to sightsee when I'm on my bike. So yeah, it's been a really good investment. I just need a more comfortable seat. I feel like that seat, I got too much booty to be on that little teeny tiny hard seat. So I'm gonna look on Amazon in a little bit to find like a bigger seat with more cushion because I need it. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Stay positive. You know, I know that we are living through some very sad times right now, but if you really dig deep, you will always find something to smile about, something to be happy about, something to be grateful about. And so I wish all of you the best. I wish you health, wealth, happiness, and all those beautiful things. And until next time, take care. Hopefully it won't take me, 5 months to make another video. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about this. If you enjoyed watching this or if it was complete trash to you, that's fine too. Give me a little thumbs up and I'll see you guys soon.